The Forgotten Gift. When the festives in the Valley of the Stars finally faded, the air was still filled with laughter and the scents of cinnamon. The elves packed away their instruments, the stars began to pale, and Wimsey had snow tangled in both her braids. But her smile was as wide as ever. I think that was my best dance yet, she said, balancing a cup of hot cocoa on her head. Even if the darkness almost ruined everything. Miss Sofie looked across the square, where snowflakes fell like tiny flashes of stardust. It wasn't the darkness that ruined anything. It only reminded us how important the light is. They began to walk home through the valley. It was quiet now, the only sound the soft crunch of snow beneath their feet. Wimsey hummed a gentle melody, a faint echo of the Lucia song. As they reached the edge of the forest, Miss Sofie suddenly stopped. Something gleamed beneath an old spruce tree. She stepped closer and saw a small parcel, carefully wrapped in red paper with a silver ribbon. On the tag, written in the same loping handwriting as the letter from December 1st, it says, "To Miss Sofie, open when you are in need of hope." Whimsy crouched beside her. It looked like a Christmas gift from fate itself, or maybe just from a very delicate post elf. Miss Sofie picked up the parcel. It was light, yet warm to the touch, as though something living was hidden inside. "Aren't you going to open it?" asked Whimsy eagerly, hopping and humping and jumping from one foot to the other, back and again. Miss Sofie shook her head. "Not yet. It says I should wait, and when something tells you to wait, it's because it knows when the right moment will come." Wimsey sighed dramatically. "Patience is a virtue. I decide not to practice." Miss Sofie smiled and tucked the parcel softly into her satchel. "Then you better start now. I have a feeling we'll need all the hope we can find." They continued homeward as the horizon began to glow with the first light of dawn. A new day awaited. When they reached the little house on the hill, the fireplace crackled softly, as though it had been keeping watch during the absence. Miss Sofie placed the parcel beside her doughnut bed. She studied it for a while, then delicate wrapping paper, the silver bow, the tiny snowflakes resting on its surface without melting. "I don't know what's inside," she said quietly, "but I think I know when the time is right." She curled up in her warm doughnut, the parcel resting safely beside her. Wimsey perches on the window sill to keep watch over the night. "If it turns out to be cookies," Wimsey mumbled sleepily, "I hope you'll share." Miss Sofie smiled rosily. "If it turns out to be hope, I'll share that too." Outside, the snow drifted softly. On the table, the key gleamed on last time, as if to whisper that something new was about to begin. And beneath the tree in the Starved Valley, where the parcel had lay, a faint light now glowed, as though the place itself remembered that hope always finds its way home. It was the end of the 15th December. Come back tomorrow if you dare. and hear the next episode of Miss Sofie's journey through light and shadow. Merry Christmas.